Hi, my name is Ivan, and on behalf of all of the authors of this paper, I'm delighted to present our longitudinal study of user experience of security and privacy in smart home products. Smart homes today have a dark side, which conjures up images of surveillance cameras and smart speakers that are constantly tracking, listening, and watching. Previous work exploring security and privacy in smart homes has mostly consisted of surveys, in situ design evaluations, and interviews. To complement this research, we propose to better understand security and privacy behaviors in real-life contextual settings and over longer periods of time. To address the research gap, we analysed a 6-month-long ethnographic study of 6 households living in smart homes in the UK. We collected data through interviews, observations, field notes, and photographs. Our households consisted of dual-income families that are in favour of technology adoption. Households included 12 male and 10 female participants, and half our households had not used smart products before. 12 participants were working-age adults and 8 were minors. We identified 3 major themes through thematic analysis that I will go through briefly. From a privacy perspective, participants expressed concerns over security cameras and smart display cameras, and sometimes taped these up as a result. Similarly, concerns over tracking and microphones were also expressed. Privacy concerns were broadly and generally managed through consent preferences. However, the experience of consent management was inconsistent. Granting consent was straightforward, while withholding consent caused problems. For example, one household refused to enable web and activity tracking when setting up their smart speaker, and as a result weren't able to play music. Similarly, another household lost the use of their device's motion detection after using the built-in camera shutter. Over time, this prompted participants to revisit their preferences and grant consent for services they had originally rejected. Our results confirm the continued existence of a well-known problem, password fatigue, which was experienced by many participants as they were required to remember additional excessive numbers of passwords in addition to their daily routine. We identified new challenges in access control management and situations where these were not suited to the needs of the households. For instance, while family sharing features were designed into some products, they were not user-friendly and often not used. Instead, participants shared accounts instead of setting up and delegating permissions, as they found this much easier. Technology repurposing refers to the use of technology other than for its original intended use. Over time, the use of smart home devices changed. Some participants repurposed devices for parenting and entertainment, resulting in several security and privacy implications arising from these applications. For example, we identified situations where tensions arose between parents and their teenage children when the parents started reusing smart CCTV, no longer just for security, but to enforce and monitor whether the children were obeying parental rules. Our results suggest that it is the perception of effectiveness of controls that improves the experience of privacy and assurance. Smart home devices should be designed not just to give users control and choices, but to provide assurance that privacy features are effective. Our results also show that the life cycle of consent can change over time. Users can withhold, grant, revoke, amend consent from ongoing use, new information, or repurposing. We propose that time and ongoing device use should be considerations for privacy consent management. This would move beyond a model of consent aimed largely at gaining consent during setup. Our results indicate that smart home products were repurposed in 5 households, and designers should improve their understanding of audiences and contextual uses of smart home products to be able to ground and anticipate how their technologies might be repurposed and mitigate potential misuse. We conclude with 3 recommendations. First, we recommend that consent management needs to facilitate change over time, that the experience of withholding consent needs to be improved, and that the experience of making mistakes in consenting to data use should be more forgiving. We also recommend designers should develop knowledge of the risks and threats of repurposing and improve the transparency of sensitive features, such as being reminded when these sensitive features are enabled or even told when they are used. Finally, we note that users are more confident in privacy controls that have physical affordances. How to improve the perception of effectiveness of privacy controls that lack physical characteristics is an important research challenge. Thank you for listening to this presentation, and if you have any question, feel free to reach out.